What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back again with another Tottenham update. Ben currently isn't in the office and isn't making videos for the next day or so, but he will be back tomorrow, hopefully, so don't get too worried about his absence, but you're going to have to deal with me alone for the time being. But let's get right into the news, and the main story today, Matt Law of The Telegraph is saying Tottenham have made Danny Ings their main transfer target this summer. Obviously, the Southampton striker has 1 year left on his contract. He's currently 29 years of age, and apparently signing Danny Ings would be within a view to play with Harry Kane as opposed to a replacement for Harry Kane. It's a similar stuff to what we heard, to be honest, when Gareth Bale was leaving Tottenham, that we were making all these signings and it was to play with Bale, not to replace Bale, and it didn't quite turn out to be that case. So I'm hoping this summer it's a different story. I'm definitely a big fan of Danny Ings. I think he's a great finisher. I think he's got a good turn of pace as well, and he definitely offers a different kind of threat than Harry Kane does. I think the pace in behind is a bit more electric, a bit quicker than Kane. And Kane, I can imagine him feeding Danny Ings with his perfect through balls, and definitely he's a bit more of a fox in the box than Kane, who likes to now, especially the past couple of years, and we've definitely seen it at the Euros, likes to drop deeper, likes to dictate play, likes to spray the ball left and right and play little through balls. So I think this could definitely be a good matchup, and I think there could definitely be a solid pairing. Reports are saying that Nuno wants to play 3 at the back with 2 up top, so more of like a 3-5-2 kind of formation, which I wouldn't mind at all. I think it gets the quality of Ndombele, Lo Celso and Hojbjerg in the centre. It gets 2 up top with Kane. The only worry you would say is how does any wingers like Bergwijn or Son, how do they fit in? A 3-4-3, we could definitely be within a view to playing that kind of formation, but then you're choosing between Lo Celso and Ndombele, Hojbjerg, leaving one of them out. So I think he's got a lot of options to contend with, but I definitely think signing Danny Ings would be very, very positive step for Tottenham, and he could reportedly be available for as little as 20 million considering his age and his contract situation. So Matt Law reporting Tottenham are very interested in him, so it's something to definitely keep your eye on, and we'll see how that one plays out during the summer. And obviously he's been in good form over the past couple of years, Danny Ings, so it's definitely one I'd welcome. Moving on to the next story, it's from Guy Longari for an Italian definitely butchered that, but it's an Italian publication. They've said Tottenham have inquired about Atalanta centre-back Christian Romero. He's a 6'1" Argentinian centre-back who's had a great season for Atalanta, and he did start the Copa America final for Argentina during the summer, so maybe that's where the links are coming from. He's definitely an accomplished centre-back, and he's one who's made great strides over the past couple of years for Atalanta. So Tottenham are reportedly making inquiries. We seem to be making inquiries for every centre-back under the sun at the moment. So I think with Paratici's negotiation tactic of negotiating for multiple players at the same time and then finalising for 1 or 2 players that he really, really wants, I think we're going to see Tottenham linked with multiple players in multiple positions before actually choosing one. So that's Christian Romero, who's apparently we've had inquiries of him. Next story is coming from UEFA, and the UEFA team of the tournament has been announced, with Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg making it in central midfield, and I think for me it's absolutely fully deserved. I think he's had an absolute stellar tournament for Denmark, and I think he's been the heartbeat of that Danish team in the central midfield. The tournament, the team of the tournament is as follows: it's Donnarumma in goal, it's Walker, Bonucci, Maguire and Spinazzola midfield, Pedri, Jorginho and Hojbjerg in the centre, with Chiesa, Raheem Sterling and Romelu Lukaku up front. So that is the team of the tournament. But well done and congratulations to Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg for making it into the team of the tournament. I do think he deserves it, and I think the Danish run was absolutely brilliant. No one expected him to make it to the semi-finals, obviously being knocked out by England in the semi-finals with an extra time penalty. But I think Hojbjerg really did step up, and you saw his reaction to making it into the semi-finals, beating Czech Republic, just on his knees, bursting into tears and bursting with pride and with passion, which we know Hojbjerg is capable of. And I think this is a testament and proof of what player we have under our belt in Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. I did think he started to run out of gas towards the end of the season, last season, but I think we definitely saw the Hojbjerg that we saw in the first half of the season during this Euros for Denmark. So congratulations to him, and fully deserved. Next story is coming from Fabrizio Romano, and it's backed up by Corriere dello Sport in Italy, saying the deal for Tottenham to sign Takehiro Tomiyasu is very close, with a new proposal on the table. The defender has already agreed personal terms with Tottenham, with Corriere dello Sport saying that Tottenham have agreed a €20 million fee for the Bologna defender Tomiyasu. So this one definitely seems to be moving. I say that it seems to be moving about an inch every day, but definitely some sort of every day there seems to be new reports. So it definitely seems to be a lot of movement, and it seems like Tottenham are very intent on getting Tomiyasu through the door. Someone who we see for the future with a long-term 21-year-old centre-back with a lot of potential, and he can play right back as well. So this one seems to be moving online nicely, and Romano saying it's very close. So we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. But it looks like this one is a goer at this time. The Athletic reporting that Nottingham Forest remain keen on signing Jack Clarke on loan from Tottenham over the following season. And Jack Clarke is one where you have to say his career has stalled a bit since coming to Tottenham, and that's a bit of a worry because he came with a fairly big price tag for a 19-year-old winger who had only played a handful of games for Leeds United in the Championship, probably like 15 games. And I think that the winger hasn't done quite as well as he had hoped maybe during his loan spells at QPR and Leeds and Stoke. It hasn't quite happened. So I think he definitely needs another loan spell. I don't think he's ready for the first team quite yet. But I think the winger definitely has time on his side. So I definitely would counsel patience with Clarke, and hopefully he can come into his own next season if Forest want him. Another Championship loan seems to be in the offing, and let's see if Nottingham Forest does go out on loan. If it does go out on loan to Nottingham Forest, how he'll fare, because he hasn't quite done it so far, and it has been a couple of years now. So time does seem to be running out a bit for Jack Clarke, but he's still very young, so I'm hopeful that he can still fulfil his potential. Next up is from another Italian publication from QN Lanzione. They say Tottenham have had a bid rejected by Fiorentina for defender Nikola Milenkovic, and Spurs intend to return for a second offer. He's obviously another one who he's another one who has been linked with Tottenham and only has 1 year left on his contract. He's one that Spurs have definitely have held a long-term interest in since the back end of last season, or even January. They've been linked to Milenkovic. So this is one, I think, again, Spurs negotiating for multiple centre-backs before choosing on one. And Milenkovic definitely seems to be within our eye line. So this is definitely one I would rate as well. Another young centre-back who could be at a decent price, and he's big and commanding, very, very tall, athletic. So that's one as well to keep your eye on, Nikola Milenkovic, another player we have mentioned multiple times, but apparently, according to reports in Italy, a bid rejected. So we'll see how that one plays out. With a year left of his contract, there's another one we definitely could negotiate for. Setting aside transfer news for a second, according to Alistair Gold, Spurs are set to announce a new training kit sponsorship deal in the coming days. So Tottenham apparently are set to announce a sponsorship deal, which definitely could bring additional revenues to the club in a bid to help Spurs improve the squad over the summer. And I think we're going to need every penny we can get, especially with the pandemic. No serious European football going to next season. A lot of lost revenue over the past year. So every bit of revenue we can get is going to be welcome, and especially with reports that the stadium rights deal as well could well be in the offing. This is definitely a welcome addition, and I think we have to kind of find every little source of income, and we have to diversify income as much as possible given the circumstances. So let us know in the comment section below who you think the sponsorship's going to be, who's going to be in the front of our trading kits. It remains to be seen, but yeah, that's a good report there from Alistair Gold. And we'll see what happens in the coming days. And finally, Tottenham will host Arsenal on Sunday, the 8th of August, in a charity game for Mind Charity, in which a series pre-season fixture which will aid the raising of money for the charity's initiatives. So a North London derby will be played on Sunday, the 8th of August at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So I'm sure everyone will look to get down there. It will be a bit of a curtain raiser just before the season, and hopefully it could set the tone for what the season has to come. And we all know that although there might not be a trophy to play for, or 3 points to play for, or a cup to play for, there's always pride to play for when it comes to the North London derby. So I'm sure everyone will be enjoying that. So put it in your diaries, 8th of August, pre-season, Tottenham will play Arsenal. And yeah, look forward to that. Let me know in the comment section for anything we've discussed today. I want to know your opinions on anything we've had to talk about. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.